What's going on, you guys? It's your man, 2 Down Dan, and back with another day of the challenge. Day 18 of 30, baby. Let's go. I hope you guys are stoked. If you have no idea what I'm talking about and you just clicked on this video for the first time, my name's Dan, and I'm doing a 30 days, 30 YouTube upload challenge. And today is day 18. And what I'm going to be talking about today is why I financed my Ninja 500, if I think financing a Ninja 500 is a good idea, and then just kind of in general the topic of financing a bike versus buying your bike completely outright in cash, or going on the used marketplace like Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, or your buddy who's gonna let you buy a bike for a couple $1,000 or whatever. It's kind of an interesting topic, and I know a lot of people think about this when they're getting a bike, or I mean, definitely not really when they get a car. It's really interesting when people get cars. It's like almost just expected. They're like, oh yeah, you financed it, how much do you pay or whatever, right? But when it comes to a bike, people think of bikes a lot differently. They think of them as toys, and they think of, if you're gonna buy a toy or something, then you should be able to fully afford it, and you should be able to buy it with cash and everything like that. Well, that's not my opinion. I do not have that opinion at all. And maybe that's just coming from me because I don't make enough money. But I feel like more times than not, I think people relate more to having less money than they do to having money. So I feel like this is gonna help more people rather than less people, right? Because I think more people are thinking of financing, but they don't know if they should. Rather than, if you just have the money, then you're not really, you definitely wouldn't really be watching this. You're just like, okay, I'm just gonna go buy it. Like, you have the money. So I guess really what I'm kind of trying to do is convince those of you who haven't bought yet to finance and buy one and get out on the road, because maybe you don't have enough money right now to just buy it outright in cash. But like, dude, I have $190 a month for this bike. Sure, 100%. But I don't have, and didn't a year ago, and still don't, I don't have $7,100 just sitting around. Like, I don't know when a point in my life when I'll have $7,000 to $10,000 liquid is. Like, that's a lot of fucking money. I don't know if we're not understanding that, or if the online society has drained us of realizing what's normal and shit, because every other kid online who's 18 to 20 has a BMW 1000, and they're all $20,000 bikes, and some kids are buying them in shit cash. I don't fucking know what's going on, boys. But I'm in the much more realistic realm of living and creating content and enjoying this sport and shit. So I financed the hell out of my Ninja 500. My plan was to always finance a bike, but to be completely honest, I did the dumbest thing ever. Like 3 years ago, before the Ninja 500, I was so anxious to buy a motorcycle, to ride a motorcycle, to experience it, that I sold my car. I had a let's say it was like a 2016 or 2018 or something like that. It was a Honda Accord. I forget the exact year, but it was nice. It had less than 100,000 miles. I think it had 70,000 miles when I sold it. It was the car that I rode across the country in. Never had an issue with it, not anything of the sort, right? But I wanted, because I got out here and my lifestyle changed, Massachusetts, I was totally content driving a car. Like, I didn't think about riding a motorcycle until I even moved here, because I was like, oh shit, I can do this every day. That's a cheat code. Like, that's a hack. That will save me time and everything. And I'm going to be making a video on that soon. How riding a motorcycle turns like annoying tasks and things that were not fun before in a car because of people and traffic. It turns those into like fun situations, but that's a whole other video. But back to financing the 500, right? Because a year ago when I was working, I would have never been able to save up $7,000 to go to the dealership and buy one of these brand new, because these are, I mean, and if you're gonna buy it used on the on like Facebook Marketplace, they're still gonna cost you like $6-7,000. No way anybody is selling this for less than that. They'd be out of their friggin' minds. You'd be selling them in Ninja 400 territory at that point. So financing it becomes a really great option for those of you who have some extra, like hundreds of dollars every month. Like you got your budget down to a point where you got like a couple hundred extra a month, and you're usually just like spending it on food and this and that and other shit. Well, if you cut out all the bullshit food eating and other random ass expenses, you might just find yourself with that $200 to $300 a month that you would need to finance the bike. And in my opinion, I say if you are a responsible person, adult or whatever, and you have that extra free money and you know every month you're going to have that extra free money, then yes, you have enough money to finance the bike. I think you should go ahead and do it. Send it. Don't ask anybody's opinion. Just do it. You're old enough. Sign the dotted line. Go in. Say, I want to buy a Ninja 500. You want to buy a motorcycle, and then boom. What you're going to need, here, I'll tell you what you're going to need. Even if you're broke like me, you had no money and whatever, you wanted to buy a brand new Ninja 500, the top of the line, 40th anniversary, just like I did. My credit was shit. My credit was like 640. I think it's only like 680 now. It's only got a little bit better. So I had shit credit, and I walked in and I put $600 down. That's all they wanted. They were like, if you can give me $600, boom, here you go. You can have the bike. Next month, all you need to owe me is $190. In the future, $190. Like, can you imagine how sick that felt when I was like, oh my God, like I can just buy the brand new Kawasaki bike all for $600 down, and then $190 a month in the future going forward? Dude, I felt like I was like stealing from them. You know what I mean? It's an incredible deal. Of course you should finance it. $190 to get on one of the best bikes on the market currently for the street. That's what this is. It still is. I can sing and preach that all day long because it's not cap. The Ninja 500 is one of the best street commuting, just overall best bikes you can have for this street. It's so damn comfortable, so reliable. And everybody who jumps from this to a faster bike wishes they still had their 500. And the few smart ones who kept it say, oh my God, thank God I kept it. I still use it all the time, almost more than the new fast bike I bought, whatever you have. So, dude, I'm telling you right now, this bike is dope. And if you get the opportunity to finance one, you know, you get a few extra $100 a month, because the insurance is, I mean, dude, you can do insurance dirt cheap too. You can do bare bones insurance just like I did. It's not recommended. I'm not going to tell you what I did or how much I paid for it, but just know you can get cheap ass liability only insurance and be covered through the DMV and be covered on your loan and everything. You're good to go. Just going to say that outright. But yo, man, I hope this view is kind of looking good for you guys right now, because I kind of came out right at sunset here, except there's just a lot of clouds, so it's not too sunny. But the way the sun is lighting the clouds looks really cool. So overall, let's kind of break this down, because I know I've been a little all over the place. I told you about how I know I talked about how I got rid of my car, and then I kind of stopped talking about that story. Well, you know, that story is definitely important, right? It's like I was so impatient to get on a motorcycle that I sold my car for $10,000 and then used $5,000 of that grand to buy a KTM Duke 390. Now, that bike was great. It has almost the same amount of power as this bike, what have you. It wasn't a power thing with the Duke 390 that I didn't like. It was a wind situation. That bike has no fairings. It's a naked bike. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the Duke 390 from KTM is a naked style bike. It's just like the MT-03, MT-07, whatever. And I got on the highway. I rode it on the highway one time, guys. And I was like, hell no, absolutely not. I need to be doing night riding. And I was like, this is not going to fit my lifestyle. So I had that bike for 2 months, sold it, and then guess what? I had no car and no bike. So I was shit out of luck. And then I was shit out of luck for a good while, like a year I was like that, until I was finally, that's why I say blessed so much in these videos, because like I said, I was really down bad before I got this bike, and this bike kind of saved my life. Very, very blessed that I was able to pick it up, and financing it is part of that story, which is why I wanted to talk about it today. Because some people in the comments, if they don't understand your situation or what have you, you know, they might be like, hey, it's really dumb to finance or whatever. But every single person's situation is very, very vastly different, which is why it's so hard to give opinions and my recommendations on this type of stuff. But I do think now, after successfully owning and you know, having the bike for a year and making payments on it, and I am going to be making a very interesting video soon where I break down every single dollar I've spent on the Ninja 500 since I've owned it, and it's going to break down all the total mods versus like total payments, and I think that's going to be a very eye-opening experience even for myself, and I think you guys are going to find that video very interesting. Because I think I've spent at least 2 to 3 times more money on mods and service for this bike than I have on the actual owning of it, right? Like, I spent the 600 bucks and then I've spent 190 for 12 months, but I still think that that is less money than all the money I've spent on mods, dude. The mods are getting crazy on this bike, the expenses. I mean, not crazy compared to like if you're fucking watching Amke's videos, right? Okay, I'm not building super bikes in all carbon. Like, I work retail. I'm going to continue saying this until this is my full-time job. I work a retail job. I make minimum wage. I'm not Amke. I'm not building super bikes. But for me, this bike, I've put a shitload of money into, all right? So I feel like, for me, it does feel like a super bike build. It does feel like an Amke build. I do feel like I'm Amke when I'm out here, because him and Matthew Woods and all these other guys who do this shit, they're the ones who inspired me, right? So every time I'm out here on my bike and filming, I'm like, damn, am I really doing another one of these? Like, I can't believe it. It's so surreal. A lot of fun. Hugely blessed to be here with you guys, all the ones that tune in every single day. If you've seen day 1 to day 18, let me know right now. Timestamp this and say day 1 to day 18, I've been here or some shit, yo. I want to get back to all you guys. You guys are fucking amazing. I love you guys so much, dude. It's been so sick. I don't want to run this one too long. I know every day we've been tapping in, so I want to respect your time. So at this point, I just want to say, if you still are thinking about it, stop thinking, buy the damn bike, finance the shit out of it. Finance all your shit, finance your helmet, your boots, your whatever. And we're going to be doing a lot of videos on all this stuff, but I believe financing is good to go. Subscribe in the middle, man, if you haven't already. We out here for the boys. Left or right for another video. Keep the fun rolling. And until I see you tomorrow, keep your wheels 2 down, baby. Let's go!